Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Algabot, your guide to automated trading strategies for MetaTrader 5. Today we're breaking down an expert advisor called Polarity Flip Retest. This is a pure price action system, which means it uses no indicators whatsoever. No moving averages, no RSI, no anything. Instead, it reads raw market structure, horizontal support and resistance built from real swing pivots, plus a confirming rejection candle. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how it spots a broken level, waits for the market to come back and test it, and only then takes the trade. Let's dive in. So what exactly does the Polarity Flip Retest Expert Advisor do? At its heart, this strategy is built around one of the oldest and most respected concepts in technical analysis, role reversal, or what traders call polarity flip. The idea is simple. When price decisively breaks through a level, that level changes its job. A resistance level that finally gives way becomes a new support. A support level that finally cracks becomes new resistance. The market remembers these levels, and they keep maturing even after they break. Now, here's the key insight that separates this expert advisor from a simple breakout system. It does not chase the breakout candle itself. Instead, it waits patiently for the market to come back and retest the flipped level from the other side. This pullback, this gentle return to kiss the old barrier, is where the strategy looks for its highest probability entry. And it doesn't just enter on any touch. It waits for the candle to print a clear rejection, a hammer or an engulfing pattern, proving that the level is genuinely holding in its new role. The levels themselves come from confirmed swing pivots. A bar qualifies as a swing high or swing low only when its high or low is the strict extreme over a set number of bars on each side. Crucially, the strategy only uses a pivot once it is fully confirmed, with bars already printed to its right. That means these levels never repaint and never shift after the fact. This is a trend continuation, swing-style approach. It's suited to traders who prefer patience over aggression, who like clean structural logic rather than a cluster of lagging indicators, and who want to trade liquid currency majors such as euro-dollar or pound-dollar on the 1-hour time frame. Remember, this is educational content only, not a promise of any particular result. Let's walk through the exact mechanics, step by step. Everything happens on the close of each new bar, so there's no acting on incomplete information. First, the strategy detects the most recent confirmed swing high and swing low. A bar becomes a swing pivot only when its high or low is the strict extreme over the pivot left-right setting of bars on each side. Because the strategy waits for those right-hand bars before using the pivot, these levels are locked in and never repaint. Next comes the break. For a long setup, the EA signals a break when a closed bar finishes above the swing high resistance by more than the break buffer, measured as a fraction of the swing range. The previous bar must have been at or below that threshold, so the strategy arms exactly on the crossing. The moment this happens, that resistance flips to support, and the EA arms a retest watch that stays valid for a limited number of bars set by the expiry parameter. Now the strategy waits for the retest. Within that window, it looks for a bar that dips back down to the flipped level, coming within the retest tolerance, yet still closes back above it. This shows the old resistance is holding firm as new support. But a touch alone isn't enough. The strategy demands confirmation. That same bar must be a bullish rejection candle, meaning a bullish body that is either a hammer with a long lower wick or a bullish engulf of the prior bar. Only then does the EA buy the continuation. A short setup is the perfect mirror image. A decisive close below support flips it to resistance, and the EA waits for a rally back that closes below the level with a bearish shooting star or bearish engulf before selling. Risk management is entirely structural and free of point size or ATR calculations. For a long, the stop loss sits just below the lower of the level or the retest bar's low, minus a small buffer. The take profit is then placed at the entry plus the reward ratio multiplied by that risk distance. Shorts mirror this exactly, and the EA holds just one position per magic number at a time, so it never stacks trades on top of each other. Let's bring this to life on the chart. Notice there are no indicator panels here, just price and two horizontal levels drawn from confirmed swing pivots, because this is a pure price action strategy. Watch the first level, the blue line at 1.0850. For the first few candles, price coils just beneath it as resistance. Then, on the fourth candle, price closes decisively above that line by more than the break buffer. That's the break. Resistance has now flipped to support, and the strategy arms a long retest watch. Price drifts up, then pulls back. On the retest candle, you can see price dip right down to the blue line, but it closes back above it and prints a bullish hammer with a long lower wick. That's the confirmation the EA needs, and the buy entry triggers. From there, price climbs steadily, and a few candles later it reaches the take profit, placed at twice the structural risk distance above entry. Now watch the second level, the red line at 1.0875. After the rally peaks, price builds a support shelf there, then breaks sharply below it. That support has now flipped to resistance, and the strategy arms a short retest watch. Price bounces back up to kiss the red line from underneath, but it closes below it and prints a bearish shooting star with a long upper wick. The sell entry fires. Price then rolls over and falls to its take profit target, again set at twice the risk below entry. Two clean trades, both built entirely on broken levels being retested and rejected. This is an illustration for educational purposes only. Let's go through the settings you can tune. Pivot left, right defaults to 3. This controls how many bars are required on each side of a bar for it to qualify as a swing pivot. A larger value gives you fewer but more significant levels, while a smaller value finds more but noisier structure. Break buffer fraction defaults to 0.05. This is how far beyond a level price must close to count as a genuine break, measured as a fraction of the swing range. Raise it to filter out marginal, fake-out breaks. Retest tolerance fraction defaults to 0.15. This decides how close price must return to the flipped level to count as a valid retest. A tighter tolerance demands a more precise touch. Confirm wick fraction defaults to 0.45. This is the minimum rejection wick length on the confirming candle as a fraction of its range. Increase it if you want only the most dramatic hammers and shooting stars. Expiry bars defaults to 12. After a break, the retest watch stays armed for this many bars. If price doesn't come back in time, the setup is abandoned. Stop buffer fraction defaults to 0.10, adding a little breathing room beyond the structural extreme so normal noise doesn't stop you out prematurely. Reward ratio defaults to 2. Your take profit is this multiple of the stop distance, so a value of 2 targets twice the risk. Finally, lot sets your trade size at 0.10, and magic, set to 7401, simply tags the EA's orders so it manages only its own trades. Always test changes carefully before any live use. And that wraps up our deep dive into the Polarity Flip Retest Expert Advisor. We covered how it builds non-repainting swing levels, how it spots a decisive break, how it patiently waits for the retest of the flipped level, and how it demands a confirming rejection candle before entering, with fully structural stops and reward-based targets. Remember, everything in this video is educational content only and is not financial advice. If you found this useful, please hit the like button, subscribe for more MetaTrader 5 strategy breakdowns, and drop a comment telling me which strategy you'd like me to analyze next. You can find more at www.algobot.live. Thank you so much for watching. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Trade responsibly.